as you guys have, I've told you, my battery on my laptop died, so that means my ring light died. So we're just gonna have to continue with no light. Okay, okay. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jen, and this is my channel. So this is going to be part 3 of the question and answers, and I'm going to try to get them all in this video. I'm going to try to be quicker than I was in the other 2 because I rambled on a lot. And I know some of you don't want to hear the rambling, so I'm going to try to accommodate more people and be quicker this time, try to be, and for those who want quicker answers to the questions. So let's begin, shall we? These are the YouTube questions, and the first question is from Freckles2437, and Freckles asks, I know you used to go to college, did you finish? And what job or career do you hope to have? I think I touched on this in another video, but I will answer it again for you. I did not finish college. I finished 2 years of college, and I have 1 more to go. When I do go back, eventually I do want to go back, and I plan to. And my degree was going to be an associate's degree in human services. And what do I hope to, the job I hope to have? When I very first started college about 5 years ago, it's probably been about, well, I started about 6 years ago, and I hoped at that time to be a social worker or something in the addiction and recovery areas. I still would like to do that. That's something that would mean a lot to me, but I would also like to possibly switch my I don't know if they call them majors in community college or not, but switch my degree or have another degree, and I would like to take sign language. I know the basics of sign language, but I would love to learn to sign. I was thinking about looking at YouTube videos and just learning some basics. I know that that's not like a formal education in sign language. I would like to take an actual college course in it. My community college does teach that. That's one thing I'm very interested in, is interpreting. But I do know that those kind of jobs are a little bit limited, especially in my area, unless I would be able to move to a bigger area where those things are more in demand. But either that or something in the social services field. I'm starting to ramble, so let's just move on. All right, the next question is from Crystal Fulp, and Crystal asks, she has several questions, and her first one is, what is your favorite color? My favorite color is purple. All shades of purple I love. Her next question is, what is your favorite thing to crochet? Blankets, stuffed animals, etc. And I think I answered this question too in another one, but I'll just briefly answer it again. I have really bad ADD, and it's hard for me to hold my attention at one time for a long period of time. So for that reason, I like small projects. I have made Afghans. I think Afghans are beautiful, and when I can, my attention is not too bad. There are sometimes that I can sit down and make something that takes a lot of time, and then other times I just don't have the attention span. So when that happens, I love to do stuffed animals or hats. Baby blankets are okay because those are quick. So anything that is just a small project, because I have trouble focusing. And then her last question is, what is your favorite healthy snack? My new favorite healthy snack that I'm pretty much obsessed with is sugar snap peas and hummus. I've eaten sugar snap peas like in stir fry, but never raw. And last month, or this, at the beginning of February actually, I got a bag of sugar snap peas, and I am in love with them now. So and to dip them in hummus. That is my favorite healthy snack. Other than that, I like celery and peanut butter. I like apples and peanut butter. I do like to take little bits of shredded cheese, put them on a plate, put it on a plate with a few pieces of pepperoni, put it in the microwave and let it get kind of crisp to eat like that. That's another one of my favorites. It's not completely healthy, but it's healthier. Let's put it that way. All right, the next question is from Sassy T, and Sassy asks, what is your favorite color? And I just answered that. That is purple. And if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go? Let's see, where would I go? That's a tough question. Somewhere tropical for sure. Somewhere with an ocean. I think I've said so many times now that I am obsessed with the ocean. I've never actually been to the ocean, but I am obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with pictures of the ocean, videos of the ocean, probably somewhere, like I said, tropical. I'd love to go to Key West, Aruba, Hawaii, anywhere like that, tropical. All right, the next question is from Lil Succulent, and that is such a cute name. And Lil Succulent says, great job on the loss. Thank you very much. A loss is a loss no matter what, and I agree with you. And Lil Succulent, I'm assuming Lil Succulent is a girl, and she wants to know what is different this time for you as far as weight loss, and what permanent changes are you making to make sure it works this time? Well, I think the thing that makes it different this time is I know it's to save my life, my weight loss, and like I've mentioned in other videos, I'm not really hung up on losing weight to be skinny or to be any kind of, like, I don't have a number in my head. If I am always in the 200s, I don't mind that, as long as I am able to be mobile, to be healthy, to have my surgery. That's all I care about. I am not interested in losing weight for cosmetic reasons. It's strictly for health and mobility reasons. So what's different this time is it's motivated by health. It's a have-to thing, and I know that each day I delay it, and each day that I eat wrong and eat bad or binge, it's just another day off of my life, literally. And that's why I need to be serious about it. And I have slipped up, I have made mistakes, and it scares me because that's just, like I said, one day closer to not getting to where I need to be. And what changes am I doing this time to make sure it sticks? I've started therapy. I've had now 2 therapy sessions. I've gone to several OA meetings, and I'm seeking support for my eating disorder. I did not do that the first time. So that is what I'm doing to make sure it works this time. All right, the next question comes from Sherzell, and Sherzell says, you're doing well. Thank you very much. And she wants to know if I have a cheat meal or a cheat day, and if so, how often. And usually I just do that once a month. It's usually just a cheat meal, because for me, being a binge addict and eating way out of control, having a total cheat day could do a serious amount of damage. So actually a cheat meal could, but I try to keep it pretty sane and not go completely crazy with it, but I just do it once a month and one meal. And usually it's pizza, because that's usually what I crave. Although probably this time when I have my cheat meal won't be till March, but when I have one, it will probably be Chinese, because I am craving Chinese. The next question comes from Sue Wade, and Sue wants to know what made me start a YouTube channel. Well, I had, as you guys have, I've told you, my battery on my laptop died, so that means my ring light died. So we're just gonna have to continue with no light. Okay, okay. Now I can't see because I was staring into the ring light and all I can see is rings in my eyes. So what made me start a YouTube channel? Well, as I've mentioned before, I started my channel quite a number of years ago, probably 7 years ago, 8 years ago now. I made videos for probably a little over a year. I got a little over 500 subscribers in that time. And that's when I lost 200 pounds. I then got busy with school and I thought I knew everything about my weight loss. I thought I had conquered my problems and I just fell away from what was working for me. But this time what made me start making videos is I need this accountability. I need interaction with other people who are on weight loss journeys, and I just find it kind of therapeutic. It's a good pastime for me. It allows me to have something to do, to think about, rather than just eating, because when I'm bored I think about eating all the time. I mean, I think about eating all the time, but when I'm bored it's a lot worse. So making these videos, planning the videos, editing them, all that kind of stuff, it really helps with keeping me kind of not wanting to eat a lot. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it's been a good motivator to keep me outside of my box, and it has helped with my depression a lot, as well as my anxiety. The next question comes from Doesn't Matter, and Doesn't Matter asks, opinions on mukbang videos. My curiosity was struck after watching the donut scandal video, the Great Donut Scandal 2019. And also, congrats on the weight loss. Keep it up. We're rooting for you. Thank you very much, first of all. And my thoughts on mukbangs. Okay, so I never thought I would enjoy them until I did one, and I enjoy doing them. It's definitely not something that I would do on a regular basis, but once in a while it is fun to do them. I do enjoy watching different mukbangs depending on what the person's eating and who the person is. I enjoy watching some of them. One of my very favorite mukbangers, the person that I learned what a mukbang was from Mommy Tang. So Mommy Tang had taken like a year or so off of doing mukbangs, and then she came back, and I haven't seen her post in a couple weeks now, but she was the original mukbanger that I watched that when I started enjoying them and then searching for others. Sometimes it makes me feel like it soothes something in me to watch somebody else eat the food that I'm not supposed to be eating, and they're eating it, so it kind of like they're eating for me in a way. So I like them. The whole Donut Scandal 2019, it was never meant to be a mukbang. I guess it kind of ended up being that, but it was just purely showing the sugar-free keto donuts. That was all it was meant to be, although it did kind of turn out to be a mukbang. Anyhow, we'll move on to the next question. Thank you for that question. And the next one comes from Chris W. And Chris asks, can you talk a little bit about OA meetings? Do they do online meetings, and are there topics? OA does have meetings online, and I will leave a link in the description below where you can find OA meetings, and as well as where you can find them face-to-face in your town. OA uses a set of 12 steps and 12 traditions, and they are very much like the Alcoholics Anonymous 12 steps and 12 traditions. I will leave the OA ones in the description below so you can read them to see what they are. And I think it's a very important tool for weight loss and for recovery of an eating disorder. There are people that are like-minded like you that know what you're going through, that your struggles, and you can share things without feeling judged. And as far as topics, there are different meetings. Some of the meetings are specific topic specific. Some are open meetings where you can talk about anything. Some of the meetings focus on steps, specific steps, or specific traditions. So there's a lot of good stuff that can be learned from OA. And like I said, I will leave the link where you can find online meetings as well as face-to-face meetings. All right, the next question comes from Judy Dio, I think. Dio. I have no clue how to say your last name or that last name. So we're just going to say the name of Judy. And Judy wants to know, when is my birthday? My birthday is October 26th, and I am a Scorpio. And Judy also wants to know, what is my moon sign and my rising sign? My moon sign is a Cancer, and my rising sign is Sagittarius. And the third question is, do you think that you'll ever have children? No, I will not have children. I'm not against children. I love children. But with my condition and my age, I don't think children are in the future for me. Maybe somewhere down the road, foster children would be fun to have. I think that in the state that I'm in my messed up life, it would be kind of irresponsible of me to bring children into this world that I couldn't raise in a healthy manner, because I have a lot of issues of my own. So I don't think that bringing children into the world is a good thing for me, and I don't think I'd be able to. If it, like, biologically, I wouldn't be able to. The next question comes from Lovely Liz, and Lovely Liz asks, what editing software do I use? I was using an old version of Movie Maker on my laptop, which was a pain in the butt, and it took forever to edit. And then my good friend Amy from Amy's Life Journey, she filled me in on using iMovie and showed me how to use it, and I've been using iMovie on my phone ever since, and that has made a huge world of difference, as well as uploading times, what I can do with editing. It's really amazing. I would like to get a MacBook someday so I could have iMovie on an actual laptop, but I don't have a Mac or an Apple computer or laptop. I just have a PC kind of laptop. The next question is from Lily Sunshine, and Lily asks, do you ever think that you will get married? I would like to think that eventually I will get married. I don't know what the cards hold for me or what the future holds, but I would definitely like to get married someday. The next question is from Marioli. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your name. Mariela is that person, and they asked, do you binge often or is it triggered? It's far less now that I binge, and it is triggered usually by stress or loneliness. So those are the things that trigger it. The next question is from Court Mac W. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Did you have one of those aha moments in regards to your weight loss? I think I did. Those aha moments happened for me when big events happened. The first time was when my mom died, and I was forced to have to make the decision to get off my butt and take care of myself. And then the second aha moment came when I was diagnosed with cancer, and that was two big aha moments in my life where I've been put in a position where it's either do or die, literally, and that's what drove me to be at the point that I am now, to struggling to lose weight, trying to get it off. The next question comes from Daniel Delgado, and Daniel asks, where can I send you mail? I do not currently have a post office box, and I don't foresee me getting one anytime soon. I appreciate everybody's offers to send me things, but I'm still asking for people to not send me gifts to give to a charity or to buy a gift for another YouTuber who is deserving of it. That would mean a lot to me. Or you can always email me or send me a direct message on one of my social platforms that I'll have linked in the description below. The next question comes from Keely Roberto. And Keely asks, how did you learn to overcome or fight anxiety? I am still learning. all this time I've had it. I've struggled with anxiety since I was about 12 years old, and I'm now 43, so I've struggled with it for a very long time. And I guess what I've learned is to go with it. The more you fight it, the harder it is to get it to stop and to overcome it. So when I feel myself in the moment, I just try to relax and let the panic attack happen and then move on from there. All right, the last question comes from Ranger Hunter Trooper, and Ranger Hunter Trooper asks, who do you live with and how do you support yourself financially? And those questions I answered in part 1 and part 2. So I will leave a card on this side where you can find part 1 and part 2 of my question and answers, and that question is answered in that video, those videos. All right, that wraps up the YouTube portion of the questions. I'm pretty sure that's all. If I've missed any, I will include them in the March question and answer session. But thank you all so much for all the questions, great questions, and be thinking of more for March. See you guys soon. Bye, everyone.